The games of the Elder Scrolls series from Bethesda Softworks never quite shy away from mature themes and content. But despite a splatter of the red stuff here and a fire-breathing abomination there, the Elder Scrolls games are generally considered safe for younger audiences, at least compared to similar RPG series like Fallout and The Witcher. That said, these games do have their darker sides, including a handful of adult insinuations that lurk beneath the surface of gameplay and narrative.
You see, I happen to know, after she makes love, she gives her partner a token of her affection, called a Mark of Dibella.
With that devious spirit in mind, let's sneak a peek at some of the more mature elements of the Elder Scrolls series that you only notice as an adult. Mystery Meat. Hogni Redarm hails from the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. He's a Markarth food merchant who's not above boasting about his meat, and he harbors a twisted secret. Spoiler alert, he's a cannibal adept of Namira, Daedric Prince of Darkness, Shadow, and Decay. Redarm secretly sells human meat at his stall, proudly hawking his product as
the bloodiest beef in the Reach.
But it will actually take a bit of detective work to find out what's really going on with Redarm's spiced beef. It turns out that Markarth's Hall of the Dead has been plagued by some strange events. Some of the dead have even been eaten.
Flesh has been chewed off. Bones were snapped to get at the marrow inside.
The player's eventual attendance at Namira's feast presents some rather startling revelations about the spiced beef being sold and eaten in Markarth. It's people. Spiced beef is people.
They're making our food out of people. Next thing they'll be breeding us like cattle for food.
Maid in Morrowind. Penned by the saucy scribe Crassius Curio of Vivec City, the lusty Argonian maid first appeared in the Elder Scrolls III, Morrowind, and is instantly recognizable to players as one of Morrowind's cheekier offerings. No doubt younger readers may actually miss a few of these adult references, but the dialogue between the titular Argonian maid lifts her tail, and the suspiciously named Crantius Colto isn't what we'd call subtle. For instance, Colto assures lifts her tail she has plenty of time to polish his spear after complimenting her strong legs and shapely tail. The lusty Argonian maid returned for the Elder Scrolls IV, Oblivion, before a Volume 2 was discovered in Skyrim. Crantius Colto is up to his antics once again. This time our Argonian heroine's oven isn't hot enough for Colto's loaf, which has yet to rise.
Oh my.
Not even once. There's a cancer plaguing Tamriel, and that cancer is skooma addiction.
I don't mean to do this to myself, but I can't help it. I tried some skooma a year ago, and ever since then, I can't stop.
The ubiquity of skooma in the Elder Scrolls series serves to highlight some of the fictional society's most troubling real-world taboos about substance abuse.
You got some skooma, eh? Right, buddy? Pal? To share? Come on, pass the skooma already!
Observant players with a mature eye for modern problems will notice that skooma addicts in the Elder Scrolls occupy a very low position in Tamriel society, and their interactions with other NPCs echo the very real struggles of real-world addicts. From the Bravil skooma den in Cyrodiil to Skyrim's Redwater den, there are ample instances of skooma abuse if you start looking for them.
Do you have any skooma now? 'Cause I can be your friend right now.
After all,
those who use skooma for pleasure quickly become slaves to its visions.
And Tamriel's dealers are too willing to exploit that servitude to the narcotic for financial gain. The hag-over. The Daedric quest, A Night to Remember from Skyrim, is essentially an homage to the raunchy 2009 comedy The Hangover from Todd Phillips and Company.
You don't remember getting here. I'm guessing you also don't remember coming in here and blathering incoherently about marriage or a goat.
But instead of a lovable trio of miscreants in Vegas for the bachelor party of a lifetime, it's our hero, the Dragonborn, who must take up the mantle of one-man wolfpack and piece together a lost evening of debauchery and Talos knows what. A Night to Remember kicks off with a conversation in Whiterun at the Bannered Mare, when an unassuming conjurer named Sam challenges the player to a drinking contest. After taking him up on the offer and an out-of-control evening of painting the Five Holds red, the Dragonborn wakes up in Markarth's Temple of Dibella. The majority of the quest tasks you with retracing your steps to find your quickly forgotten fiancée, Moira, a hag raven.
Darling, I've been waiting for you to return to consummate our love.
It's no small surprise that Sanguine, the Daedric prince of debauchery, was behind your errant escapade all along. Just be glad he's a good sport. Septims rule everything around me. Since the advent of tabletop D&D, one type of reward has motivated heroes to do, well, just about anything. We're talking cold, hard cash. Or in the case of the Elder Scrolls games, Septims. And believe it or not, Tamriel's economy is way more familiar than you might imagine. Players more experienced in commerce may very well spot the game's economic quirks. For instance, why is Cyrilli Brothers Vintage $3.99 twice as expensive as Cyrilli Brothers Vintage $4.15? What's up with the different cheeses of Skyrim? And why are ebony ingots so damn expensive? Contemplating Tamriel's economic systems adds a whole new immersive dimension to the games, a dimension that's sure to have your inner 12-year-old snoring. Thanks for watching. Click the SVG icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff. We know you'll love to.